What's the best strategy for injured fantasy football players? Have you ever found yourself scrambling to replace an injured player in your fantasy football lineup? It can be a real challenge, but with the right approach, you can navigate these tough situations effectively. Let's break down the best strategies for managing injured players in your fantasy football team. First, if your league allows it, utilize the injured reserve slot. This is a smart move that lets you keep your injured player without taking up a valuable roster spot. By moving them to the injured reserve, you can add a replacement without needing to drop someone you might want later. Always keep an eye on official injury reports to know when to activate or move players in and out of the injured reserve slot. Next, take a good look at your bench depth. Identify reliable backups who can step in when starters are sidelined. Focus on players who are direct backups or teammates likely to see increased playing time due to the injury. For instance, if a starting running back is hurt, their immediate backup or a player expected to receive more touches can be a solid replacement option. Make the most of the waiver wire. This is where you can find players whose value has risen because of injuries or changes in team roles. Be proactive in picking up these players, especially when you see a starting player go down. Consider how the injury impacts the entire team. Coaches often adjust their game plans when key players are out. For example, if a top wide receiver is injured, the team might run the ball more. This can lower the value of replacement receivers, making replacement running backs potentially more valuable in these scenarios. When looking for replacements, avoid overpaying, especially for wide receivers and tight ends. Injured players often produce less even when they return to the field. Instead, seek out cost-effective options, particularly in daily fantasy formats, to stretch your budget further. Lastly, be prepared to make trades if injuries significantly weaken your roster. Trading for players who gain opportunities due to injuries on other teams can help improve your lineup. Staying informed, planning ahead during the draft for depth, and actively managing your roster throughout the season are essential for maintaining competitiveness, even when injuries strike. By following these strategies, you can effectively manage injured players and keep your fantasy football team competitive throughout the season.